And we continue the good times from the Magic City. It's JRod and the Boss Lady, and another threesome. Can't have enough. Listen, threesomes and wine, that's a different show. We're joined by the man, the myth, the guy that makes every night a good night. It's the renowned, internationally known winemaker. It's Jamey Whetstone from Fresh Vine Wine. What's up, dude? How are you?
Jim, I'm super stoked to be here. Thanks a lot. Yeah, it's a kind of a gorgeous, lazy day out here in Napa right now. Just kind of cautiously optimistic for the rest of the afternoon.
Yeah, I see that drum set back there, man. I'm sure your neighbors are really happy in the office park or at your house right now, right?
Yeah, they're pissed, frankly. But I try to keep it, after 9 a.m. and kind of late in the day too. And there's a reason that I am a winemaker full time and not a drummer full time.
Gotcha.
Leave it at that.
So let's get after this thing, man. All of a sudden, I get this Boss Lady, and I get this in the mail, and I normally I'm very hesitant when I get boxes in the mail, but I got this thing from Fresh Vine Wine. You got 3 wines that I got at the Cabernet Sauvignon, which is what I'm enjoying now. I got into the Chardonnay last night, and then we got the Pinot Noir on decks. How did a kid from South Carolina get all into the wine business? That's what I want to know.
Man, after jumping on a tractor for $10 an hour, literally back in 1998, you kind of fast forward to here, and really, Fresh Vine Wine has just been about bringing to bear my sort of higher end wine making and vineyard existence, to bear on this project and these reasonably, price premium wines. So, my lifestyle, a lot of it's based around, anything from water sports to road biking, yoga, chasing my wife around the house. And so what we wanted to do was, put something together that was, hit all those buzzwords: keto, vegan, low sugar, low cal, low carb. But the caveat for us, and the reason I signed up, and was just basically that it had to be delicious, right? It needs to taste great. Treat me like an adult. Don't screw me at the, at the checkout counter when I get home after a long day and want to have something delicious to drink. So this is that healthy lifestyle alternative bottle of premium wine that rewards you. It doesn't tax you, if you will.
Yeah, I have to say that's one of the things that I was curious about, because when I heard that we were getting some wine to taste, I was like, oh man, my whole quarantine diet is gonna go down the drain. I'm gonna fatten up with all this liquor. So how is it that it's different? How is it that you're able to make it keto and low sugar? How's the process different?
That's a great question, and thanks for asking me. We're taking a page out of the European playbook. Honestly, they've been doing it for thousands of years over there. It's just being mindful in a vineyard setting. I've spent a ton of time doing just that. And you can harvest fruit a little earlier. You can harvest it a little later. If you can gain acid back from harvesting something earlier, you can gain a little more stoke and energy behind it if you harvest a little later. So really, we've just done our homework where that's concerned. That's one of the reasons for that I continue to get a paycheck is making sure that doesn't go off the rails. But yeah, I think just having wines that are varietally correct, that are fun to drink, simple messaging. But to your point, and I drink my weight in alcohol on most afternoons, evenings, and sometimes early day. But this is that killer, super delicious opportunity during all this crap that we're all going through that I'm aware of, that you can enjoy this every day, a glass for lunch, a couple glasses for dinner, and you don't have to sweat it. We've taken all the worry out. If you brother keg that whole bottle by yourself, then you got a different set of circumstances that you're dealing with. But hit me, Jim.
Well, here, how did when someone came up to you, or just the concept? Because the people that I've talked to about Fresh Vine Wine is hey, it doesn't have a lot of carbs, doesn't have a lot of sugars, and they're almost like, then is it wine? How do you get people to sort of wrap their head around that and not thinking they're going to drink this, that they're not going to drink paint,
I know, man. It's interesting because the beer business has done an incredible job of, great taste, less filling, blah, blah, blah. So one of my partners actually was a senior VP of marketing for the largest beer company in the world, and he jumped over to do some stuff here. So, for us, man, it's about a real outreach on the social media front. It's, we've been partnering with pro sports teams, Tampa Bay Rays, Washington Wizards, Washington Capitals. We're going to announce our first 2 NFL partnerships, one Mid-Atlantic, one SoCal based, and actually another NBA partnership in your state. It's only a couple of teams there, so you can probably make an educated guess. But, for us to get the messaging out there, it's really about putting my name on the back of the bottle too, so that you're clear that it's not some, laboratory fabricated crap that's going to taste exactly as you would expect. But in this case, we're, I'm getting out there a bunch. I mean, super stoked to be on your radio show. Quite frankly, today it's a privilege. So we're just going to continue to grow and do what we do. We're going to stick with the 3 flavors for now: the Chardonnay, the Cab, and the Pinot Noir. So I think we've got the Patio Pounder, and we've got the crossover vehicle, and then we've got just the fucking nail it to the wall in that Cab. So we're
I was gonna ask you, so you guys are planning on then sticking with wine, and have maybe because I've been seeing a lot of wines now, a lot of like aged in whiskey barrels and things like that. Have you guys thought of going into that? It seems like it's like a popular thing at the moment.
Yeah, we're gonna stick to the drill here. We are working on some because we've got these partnerships, for instance, like with Capital One Arena. We'll be involved in 230 events a year there. We are looking at some alternatives to just the wine. So we'll and because we're going into all these pro sports stadiums, we had a foothold. We had a VIP lounge at Coachella before it was canceled. You'll see us all over the joint in terms of the way that we market with music festivals and stuff. So cans is a real big deal for us. I don't think we're going to put the fresh fine wines into the can, but it'll be, certainly a fresh fine back project. And we're actually actively working on that as we speak. So, I drink a lot of bourbon. I don't know that we're going to stick wine in a bourbon barrel, but it's actually a very cool question. You could
do instead of wine in a can, you could do wine in like a juice box, but make it like a fancy juice box.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to take my freaking Sharpie and I'm going to write that down, boss lady. So,
what I want to know is
right now,
how did Jamey Whetstone, renowned winemaker, the man behind Fresh Vine Wine, know your nickname, boss lady, the Patio Pounder? How did he know your nickname? I was like, were you there? What happened there? I mean, that's 2:00 on Saturdays right there.
It was a long day. It was a long day, right?
I guess you don't have to eat a donut to know it's sweet, right? I get you. So,
Jamey, one more thing for you to add on your idea box here. Wait, what happened here? Did I go away? There we go. That's my mom calling me. My mom was downstairs.
She heard Patio Pounder. She's like, on my patio? My mom had one rule growing up: just don't have sex in my bed. That's it. So,
my mom has way more than those rules, but that's a different story. But one more idea in your pad. Come up with the next step. The next step, you can keep the 3 flavors, but do it so that when I'm drinking it, I'm actually losing weight. Not only that you're not gaining, but throw something in there, some type of energy molecule that I'm actually burning calories while drinking it. Then I will literally worship you.
This leads to patio pounding, which is good cardio, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's actually I have to be honest, Jamey. I got the box. I had my box with my 3 wines. I was ready to go. Took out the cab to drink first, and then I'm trying to open it. And then Boo got behind me, and then the sex happened, and then the wine didn't get drunk. But I'm definitely drinking it this weekend. This weekend's gonna be wine weekend for sure.
Dude, get on it, because in my world, God hates a coward, so don't be afraid to get out there and patio pound that thing. and maybe we make it like a Cracker Jack box. There's a prize inside. You know, maybe it's,
Well,
I don't know if condoms taste well after
the other prizes coming home, you know.
gonna say, Jim, you see where I'm going with that, don't you? So
yeah, no, that's why I'm gonna be drinking this weekend, because I'm celebrating that didn't happen. No surprises this month. God bless.
So where can we find Fresh Vine wine, Jamey Whetstone?
You know, man, currently we'll foot the bill for shipping from Napa to the good state of Florida. In fact, for the entire state of Florida, you can order one bottle. I mean, we'd love it if you ordered a case, but it's free shipping. It's a limited time, and again, it's exclusive for the state of Florida, based largely off of our relationship and sponsorship with the Tampa Bay Rays, and also being on your show today. But you can go to freshfinewine.com. You can also follow us on Facebook and on Instagram, and participating retailers in your area. We'll be all over the joint for the next couple of months. So we'll be, and we can ship to 42 states nationwide currently, but our retail opportunities are on premise as states open back up. We're just being very mindful of that, but we'll be in that vernacular of the premium wine at a reasonable price, you know, low cal, low carb, low sugar, keto, vegan, real soon in a retailer near you.
I love it. I'll tell you what, I don't.
That's awesome.
I don't talk about things unless I try them and I like them. And I tell you what, I'm not a big red wine guy. I had a little stomach surgery, so the red wine upsets my tummy. But so far, excellent.
Sweet. Super stoked you like that.
This is the
Jim, boss lady. Thank you guys for the time today too. It means a lot. Let me know if I can do anything for you guys. I'd love to see you out here in Napa. So
that's it.
Don't tell us that twice.
I fucking dare you guys. I dare you.
If it's after midnight, no questions. I'll explain it in the morning. If it's in the afternoon, we can talk.
Look for the prize inside the bottle. Okay.
Love it. That's Jamey Whetstone. Hit him up. FreshVineWine.com and all social platforms at Fresh Vine Wine. Thank you, boss.
Thank you, guys. Thanks so much.